The national telephone counselling service Lifeline is bracing itself for a wave of calls from anxious Cantabrians. The Christchurch Mayor Bob Parker says uncertainty and rumour are rife in the city after the recent wave of aftershocks, including talk of a bigger earthquake yet to come. He says he hopes a forum with earthquake scientists on Friday will help alleviate concerns.
Information, to the best of our ability up to the moment, is the best cure for rumour and uncertainty. So let's find out from the horse's mouth. Let's find out what the scientists are thinking at the moment collectively, and what can they tell us about the event that's been unfolding and any future implications that they perceive that it might have for our community.
The National Clinical Manager for Lifeline, Melanie Ingram, joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you agree with Mr Parker?
Yes, absolutely. I think actually people being told what the situation is reduces anxiety.
Have you been seeing an upturn since the December the 23rd and, of course, the earthquakes this week at Lifeline?
We would expect that we would. Each time there has been an earthquake, the following weeks and months there has been an increase. There's been a spike in calls. And
what sort of numbers are we talking about?
After the February earthquake, we noticed an increase of about around 3,000 calls over the month.
So the uncertainty after the recent quakes will be exacerbating people's problems?
Absolutely. They've gone through so many changes and there's so much uncertainty that the ongoing quakes will just add to their stress.
How long would you expect to continue seeing these sort of problems coming up in people who ring you?
We're expecting it to go on for a long time, months and years. Someone said to me that we're not a sprint. It's a marathon, and I totally agree with that.
So potentially long after the shakes stop?
Absolutely. At the moment, you see communities pulling together. When there's been a quake and there's the liquefaction, people are coming together and out there with their spades and pulling together. It's once things go back to normal and people realise the great change and the loss that they have suffered.
There's been a lot of talk about people in Christchurch and Canterbury being resilient and of communities pulling together. Do you think that people, though, do need some outside help? They need some extra support?
Yes, I think you're right that pulling together provides a protective factor, but I think people need to recognise that this ongoing stress can cause problems, and also stress is insidious. You don't really know that it's creeping up on you. So I think it's really important for people to recognise the signs of stress and to do something about it. Talking to someone is an important part of the process of dealing with stress.
Because, of course, people in places, well, in Christchurch in particular, they'll have other problems as well as the earthquakes. They don't occur in isolation, do they?
Absolutely. We're noticing that the calls coming out of Christchurch and Canterbury are more complex, and often are taking longer. People need more time because not only are they facing changes in work situations, they've got uncertainty around where they're living. Children have had to change schools. There's just so much uncertainty that they have a range of issues that they want to talk through.
And the longer these earthquakes go on in the area, is that going to mean that people will become more despondent? They think that the ground has stopped moving, then the ground just proves that it can once again.
Absolutely. Stress is kind of a normal reaction to a challenging situation, but it's like this ongoing stress that can affect people's physical health, their mental health, their well-being and their overall enjoyment of life.
Melanie Ingram, the Clinical Manager for Lifeline, thanks for joining us on Summer Report.